Cool. So the band started in 2022. Is that true?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, I think we our first single was 23.
I think so, yeah.
Um, and then yeah, and then the album kind of or well really we first released an EP, yeah, summer of 23, and then the album was May of 24,
Hmm.
and we're about a year after that. So yeah, that checks.
Uh,
But yeah,
okay. Did you always go by a Return to Dust?
back then did we go by Return to Dust?
Yeah.
There are a couple other names
Uh-huh.
thrown here and there, really bad ones, that's for sure. Return to Dust was the one that stuck,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
Cool. Cool. Reading information on the band today and stuff like that. A lot of fans are comparing you to Alice in Chains. How's that make you feel?
Yeah, we get that a lot, definitely at the merch booth.
Uh-huh.
And, we'd be lying if we said that we didn't get inspired by that band. They're one of the staples of the 90s, and we're inspired by all the 90s stuff. I mean, I think Alice in Chains is the obvious one just because of the double vocals and
Hmm.
stuff like that. But, I think it definitely. Yeah, so that's the obvious one, but I think all of our inspirations stretch a lot farther than just the 90s. That's for sure. Like 80s, The Cure, The Smiths, and early 2000s stuff, new metal, Korn, System of a Down, all of that stuff. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit of everything.
Cool. Cool. Is life on the road everything you expected to be?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, I don't know what
Like,
everything we expected.
Yeah, did you expect it to be that hard or that easy or, you
I
know?
knew it was definitely a job and it was going to be hard work. And I'm smart enough to not get my hopes up too much about anything and
Right,
just like, take it for face value whenever I finally get there.
right.
So I wasn't expecting it because we had to like quit our jobs. We were line cooks before we went on tour.
Uh-huh.
And I knew in my mind, I was like, I'm not just I'm not just taking the easy way out now by going off and touring and doing that. It's another kind of work, but at least it's work that is what I like to do and is going to help me out in the long term with just it being our band and everything. So it was yes, it was kind of what I expected it to be. It's difficult and also very fun at the same time, and it's what it is.
Right,
I
yeah.
think there's a, I think there's a lot of moments in life that are like that, where it's like, man, if I can just get to this point, you know,
Hmm.
everything will be all right.
Right.
And I think that one of those moments is, at least for musicians, is like, man, when I can quit that day job, man, everything's going to be so much easier after that. And
Uh-huh.
and that's, I guess, kind of true, and maybe easier on your mental to some degree, but like, you know it's just another type of struggle, and it's new problems, um and uh and that's basically life. There's no special tipping point or turning point. I don't feel like,
Right. Cool, cool. Same thing in life. I retired about a year ago, and you figure, I'm going to retire. I'm going to take it easy. Now, if you got a home, there's something to do
Yeah.
every day. So and it's not easy. You don't have as much money flowing in when you retire as what you had when you were working naturally and stuff like
Mhm.
that. There's a lot of benefits in working, but like people just look to that goal to finish whatever they're doing and take the easy road, stuff like that. So you said you're a line cook. What's Matt? What was your favorite thing to cook or your favorite item?
Well, we actually worked at the same place, and it
Uh
was
huh.
a like breakfast slash brunch spot. So
Uh
we were
huh.
making like burritos, like avocado toast and stuff like that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I like cooking breakfast food. I don't know about you, Graham. I can cook pretty much whatever, but um, I like breakfast food most. I feel like.
How about you, Graham?
I definitely like eating breakfast foods the most.
Uh-huh.
Cooking, I mean, I don't cook like that often,
Uh-huh.
but I love pasta.
Cool.
It's
Me
funny,
too.
we still use the cooking skills on the road because we have like a grill that we set up at like either the venue or like the side of
Right.
the road or like a Walmart or something, and
Right.
we'll like cook food on our days off just to like save some money, and it becomes a whole thing. So that's actually been like one of my favorite parts on the road so far. It's
Yeah.
just like chilling out like at a park where it's beautiful out and just like cooking up some food and just hanging out and relaxing. It's a really nice break.
It's especially nice on like the cold tours because you make like a big old pot of chili or
Right.
some
Yeah. Yeah.
warm tacos or something like that, and it's just like you know it's just oh that warm food in the middle of the
Uh-huh.
cold. We're actually so we the rest of the dudes we hopped on early, but the rest of the dudes are actually here. If
Okay.
you got all four, yeah.
Hello.
Hey, man, what's up?
All right. So this is I'll let y'all introduce yourself. Here.
Okay, I got them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
How
I'm
you doing,
Seb.
man? How's everything? How's life on
Chilling.
the road? So yeah, yeah. Matt, like yesterday I cooked since I'm home by myself and the family's working. Yesterday I cooked Korean beef, and today I'm cooking Salisbury steaks. You know,
Nice. Damn.
none of that prepackaged stuff. Everything, fresh. You know,
Yeah. I'm coming over, dude.
Yeah, you chef it up, Brian.
yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
up.
yeah. Like today I'll do Salisbury steak with some mashed potatoes and some vegetables. Now I'm getting hungry. So cool, cool. So your debut EP, Black Road, came out in 2023, actually July of 2023.
Yep.
And I see Belly Up, 80,000 views on YouTube. When you see that, what goes through your mind?
Yeah. Well, it's actually a new video. We did
Uh-huh.
we replaced the old one. But yeah, that's certainly our biggest song. That was just that was really that was the song that kind of did it, That was
Right,
the one of those tipping points that I was talking about earlier. Um and I don't know. That was just the song that was kind of very validating for us that reached a lot of people, and you know, it kind of let us know that there was a really big audience out there and
right,
fan base that really liked what we were doing, and so it was very very vindicating,
right.
for just everything, all of the efforts and stuff that we put into this whole thing, and you know. Uh, So yeah,
Cool, cool. Now in 2024, independently self-titled full length Return to Dust came out and stuff like that. And you guys you put it out in all formats. I guess CD, you got a Gatefold album and stuff like that, color vinyl. Do you guys got your hands in everything that's put out by you guys?
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh,
Since it was an independent record, we did it. It was our producer basically he's been helping us the entire time we've been a band.
right,
Uh, he's basically been like a manager, like mentor, like all these things. So we work closely with him, and everything that we do, everything that we put out is basically through the filter of the band. I mean, even now that we're signed, like it's just it's all your thing, your band. You have to control, what
right,
happens, what comes out. So yeah. I mean, I think it was really important for us to have it on physical. I mean, it's not only is it more important for kids nowadays to
right,
like vinyl's making a comeback and CDs are too, I feel like. But it's just cool to own it. It's cool
yeah,
to own a piece of media and not just borrow it.
right.
And then you can bring it to the merch booth and like have the whole band sign it. It's a thing.
Cool.
So I think that was really important for us. We really wanted to have that.
Well, did you also have a choice of colors, or did you just go with that color that you have?
Yeah, we had a choice.
yeah,
Yeah, and we've done a couple different variations of the of the LP now. We've done like black and horchata colored, like this white cream, and then red, and they've all been cool. I think they all fit the color palette of the album, and everything's intentional.
Cool, cool. Now, a lot of interviews I've been doing, a lot of bands are just dropping singles, like one every couple months and stuff, and then putting the LP out near the end of the, the releases. Is there a reason why?
I think it just drives the traction really well. Um, I think, I mean, I would definitely be a little overwhelmed if I just received an entire album. If someone just like was like, "Hey man, listen to this whole thing. It's
Right.
45 minutes."
Uh-huh.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, back up. So it's kind of nice. I feel like it makes sense that the culture now is just to kind of like release, 3 to 4 minutes at a time,
Right.
because I mean, realistically, everyone's attention spans are dwindling. So, I feel like little breadcrumbs is really just the best way to consume media at this point. And I don't know, that's definitely a controversial topic for, I feel like some people think that you shouldn't like release half the record,
Mhm.
before
Right.
you release half the record,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
or the other, or the full thing.
Right.
Um, but I don't know. I think it is what it is, and the culture evolves, and this is where we are now. You know what I mean?
You've also got like a huge, like we have more artists in time now than we ever have before. So
Uh-huh.
you have to stay at the front of everyone's minds, and you have to stay like relevant as much as possible. So dropping singles every now and then, giving you like little pushes are a better way to do that.
Cool, cool. Do each of you have a copy of the vinyl for yourself?
I believe so, right?
I think so, yeah.
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 Cool, cool, cool. How accessible are you to fans when you do shows?
Oh,
Very.
but yeah, we're working the merch booth. We're right there. We love meeting the fans. They always come up and we take pictures and we sign stuff, and it's always nice to just like see them face to face, because you get to know the people in each city, and when you go back, you see the same faces, and so
We're like going out of our way at the festivals to like jump down and like say hi to everyone. I just think our fans in particular are just awesome people. Like they're so like creative, like they're always making stuff for us, and like they're so sweet and kind, and they always have something nice and like this story to tell about how they found the band, and it's really 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 cool. So I as long as we can, I want to go out of my way to make them, hold our end of the bargains and make that feel really special.
Cool, cool. Have you guys did any shows overseas?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
not yet. Yeah, we're trying to get to Europe. It'll happen sooner than later.
Let's go down each member and say what country you'd like to play and why. So start wherever you want.
Um, Probably from Japan.
Mm.
Uh,
I love all the culture
Mhm.
and like the art scene and everything going on there. And I've been a couple times now, and it's probably my favorite place on the planet.
cool, cool.
And I would love to play there.
And all the fans make little dolls and stuff of you guys, probably stuff like that. So who's
Yeah.
next?
Brazil.
Bill?
Brazil.
How
Yeah,
come?
people just seem crazy up there. Like they just seem like they're insatiable for music. So I just want to experience that.
Cool, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think System recently played Sao Paulo, I think, right?
Yeah.
And just looked
Huge.
absolutely berserk, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was like fireworks going off, and it was crazy. It was like 100,000 people or something.
Yep. Yep. And last guy?
I'm with London on Japan. I'm with the same reason. I want to go. Just it looks beautiful, and I love all the arts and the culture there.
Cool, cool, cool. Now you got a new single out, Shined, on Lava Republic Records. Can you tell me anything about the, who wrote it, the music, everything?
Yeah. Well, me and Maddie here basically write all the songs. That one in particular was actually written, co-written with this dude named Brian House, and it was funny. It was so sudden. Like we had studio sessions booked already, and he hit up I think our producer or our manager or someone, and he's like, "Man, I'd really love to write with these guys." And we're like, "Dude, we literally go in the studio in like 5 days." And he's like, "Oh, I'm in town like you know today. Basically, I can do it." So um, days before we had our tracking sessions, we wrote this song, and we honestly didn't even you know, think we were gonna get anything, in time, but we did, and we got a really cool song. And so that's Shine. Yeah.
Hmm.
Cool, 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 cool. Do any of you guys have hobbies?
All
Like
of us have
anything?
different hobbies. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
Women don't count. Okay, no counting on the women. Just
um,
Yeah.
London's a skater.
I like
Yeah. Skate.
I like to
Yeah.
skateboard and ride the little wooden toy.
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
I'll like draw sometimes. I like cooking, obviously. It's a big one.
We're all pretty big gamers. We play a lot of like Smash Bros and just like various, just a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Now you guys are going to go out on tour with Billy Coragon. Can you tell me anything about that? And then after that, I think you go out with 3 Days Grace.
Mhm.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. So tell me a little bit about those tours.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm stoked to go out with Billy Corgan. That's gonna be really fun. I think he's playing a lot of like melancholy songs, so pretty stoked to just see that, live. I'm stoked to meet the guy. Um, and yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's gonna be most of June, and then same for 3 Days Grace. I mean, it's our first time in arenas, so that's gonna be a crazy feeling every night, walking out to, you know, 8,000 people or 10,000 people or however many it's gonna
Definitely.
be. So
We're also going to be playing these shows amidst like our EP cycle, our like release cycle. So we're going to be playing a bunch of new songs, and we'll be like releasing teasing songs, and then basically drop this whole thing in the middle of the tour. So it'll be really cool.
Cool. What's your feeling on tribute bands? They seem like they're taking over the United States. Like all the clubs are doing tribute bands and stuff like that, and the originals are kind of getting like pushed to the side a little bit. You know?
yeah, um, that's I don't know. I wouldn't say that originals are getting pushed to the side. I think there's lots of amazing original music and bands and artists that are coming up for sure. But I do think that people love the the songs from when they grew up, and sometimes you know sometimes it's just nice to see it live, even if it's not the actual band. It's nice to kind of like be in the same area with people that love the same music that you do.
Right.
And so it makes sense. I see why, but I wouldn't discount the originals. I think there's lots of really, really cool original bands still killing it these days.
Cool, cool, cool. And each one of you, who's your favorite band?
Ooh, favorite band ever? Like right now or like
Ever,
ever?
ever.
Oh my God, that's
Let's
impossible.
get
Go
up.
down the line.
Uh-huh.
Um, ever? Jeez.
Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Oh, I like them. You know,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Skip me real quick.
I'm gonna just do the right now one. Yeah, there's way too many. That's like picking your favorite song, you know what I
huh?
mean? I'm really into Fontaine's DC right now. They're dope.
Um, I'll say the Eraser X. I like them a lot.
I'm a big Black Sabbath guy, for
Cool.
sure.
Definitely. Cool. Yeah, I got to see Iommi when he was playing with Dio in Heaven and Hell. That was a great tour, you know.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, cool. So you guys working on new material now?
Yeah, always kind of in and out of the studio. I mean, right now we're kind of on tour, so not a lot of studio time, but um, we're sitting on a lot of music. We're releasing an EP in the summer, so yeah, always working on new music.
Cool. Well, Return to Dusk, you guys, thanks for the chat, and I appreciate it. Good luck on tour and with the new EP. And would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
Yeah, you can follow us anywhere, Return to Dust Band on all socials, and yeah, we're on tour for the rest of the year, so come see us and just look out for new music. Thank you so much for having us, Brian.
Cool. Congratulations on Shine.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Nick.
man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you, man.
Later.